That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle.
Second shot. That's as bad a shot as I've seen for a...
Frank, this is where a round can get away. You've just knocked it OB.
Yeah, that shot's never going to come back now, so he doesn't want to compile the error.
Can add up quickly, Frank. This already his fourth shot.
Yeah, time to knuckle down. He really wants to hit one of his better shots right now.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope. Pretty good shot right there. Third shot now from the bunker. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
This would give him the double. Get in the hole.
Can you believe that?
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. +1 in the early going. Now on the tee at the par 3 second, it's a long one. This will require a pure strike. That one is in the bunker. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. Seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, it's amazing. It's a masterclass in short game.
Digs in. Important to have a strong base on these bunker shots.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Frank, amazing how this hole has gotten away.
Yeah, he's not Robinson Crusoe. Happened to everybody that's played this game.
Oh my goodness, he missed it. He missed a bunny. That's like missing a layup in basketball. In for bogey, now sitting at 2 over for the round. So with that, 3 over par now for the round. Now the third hole here at Lighthouse Point, par 5, 566 yards. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Nice position, short grass, second shot.
was a little over-ambitious.
Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that.
And setting up here in the rough. Frank not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
In the greenside bunker, Frank, little bit of a problem. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Ooh, that hurts. So the short miss, and those are painful. As this putt for birdie. Didn't quite have the break on that medium length putt right there. And +2 already. Nudge this one home, finish it up. 3 over for the day. Fourth hole is 411 yards, par 4. And Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and take a few pictures. The views are absolutely stunning. That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. Common thread here. Rough, rough, rough.
Wrong way again. Well, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. Let's see if Stenson can cash in one more time. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Needs birdies at some point, but will take the par to stay at 2 over. Now at the 5th here at Lighthouse Point, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
When you stand on this tee, Rich, you don't see any fairway bunkers, but be careful. It can certainly fool you. The goal really with the Cliffs course is to find fairways.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, straight uphill with this approach shot, what do you have to factor in terms of club selection and setup over the ball?
Well, you're going to have to take at least an extra club to make up for that added elevation. And also, it's tougher to get onto that front foot.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Headed for the bunker, I think. Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. You like that right there, Frank?
Beautiful lag putt. Great pace.
Locked in on the read and the speed. 2 over for the day. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Moving on to hole number 6, par 3 of 198 yards.
Now, this one's starting down the right. Does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. Frank, he'll have to take a full swing at this putt for birdie.
This is long, but every now and again, one of these finds the bottom of the cup and makes that magic sound.
Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Could really use this one. It's for birdie. Just had a bit of a spasm right there. I don't know how else to explain it. You're on the green, and now you're on the fringe?
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Not his best effort right there. That's a bogey, and now 3 over. Blemish on the scorecard. A bogey. Par 4 7th here at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards. Frank, are you unhappy if you walk out of here with anything other than a birdie?
I think we'll see all sorts of different scores here, Rich. If you hit the fairway, then obviously you're definitely going to be looking at birdie. But you stray or hit the wrong club off the tee, that's really what this hole's about. It's about club selection. You could hit a multitude of clubs off this tee.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch and nerve. He had it all, and he has the bottom of the barrel. And has it, and now at 2 over par. Now another par 3. We're at the 8th. Frank, it's only 165 yards.
It is, but when you look at the green, you can see how narrow it is. Actually, the green is nearly a figure 8, so it's obviously the right number hole. Bunker's sort of short leftish and that little pocket area on the right, so it'll punish anything left or right, even though the hole's just that meager yardage. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Still some work to do here at the par 3, Frank.
Yeah, you'd think there with the size of that green, this green would be an easy one to hit, but that's irrelevant now. Let's see if he can get it up and down.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. Is that awkward length.
Wow, I thought he made that. Boy, that was just a lousy putt right there. No other way to say it. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. So just a formality here. Henrik now eyeing a par. Now to the par 5 ninth. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult three-shotter than what you were anticipating.
Second from an excellent lie. That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
Good lie in the fairway, but a good chance to make something happen here. And into the thicker stuff.
Well, let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Birdie try up next. This from 7 feet. So picking up a shot and shaking off that bad start. See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. So with that putt, 2 over par now. Now on the 10th hole here at the Cliffs at Lighthouse Point as we begin our trek homeward here at this magnificent golf course. This one puts a little fear into you, Frank. I'm looking at a par 4 and it's almost 600 yards. Help.
Help, you're going to need it, that's for sure. And one of the things they've done to help you is a big elevated tee, so that'll at least chew some of the yardage off. Hopefully the prevailing breeze is also at your back, which might shorten that number up. Pretty generous fairway. Try and take those bunkers out of play with the big hefty club. And when you get on the green, you're going to realise there's 2 greens here, Rich. 10 shares the same green as 13.
Just a pure strike. Perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know.
Well, that just brings a smile to your face, puts a little pep in the step when you make them from downtown. Makes a lot of these. It's a birdie try for Henrik Stenson. Standing over the ball here at the par 5 11th. We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. I mean, that is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards. Nice position, short grass, second shot. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, he'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Struck that one pure, about 8 feet away. Beautifully done. Routine stuff here, Frank, from the bunker?
You just got to be careful of that lip in front of him with his third shot coming up.
Frank, he has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. So begins the climb back. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left to right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today.
Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep.
There is fairway out there. There is.
He can't find it, though. A bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive.
It's no snack, though.
Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. A great roll right there. Just a pure stroke right in the heart. So, 2 over par for the round. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie. Yeah, that was a little over-ambitious.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for a birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. It's a good-looking putt right here. You might like it. Well, hello there.
Huge bonus making that one.
Needs birdies at some point, but will take the par to stay at 2 over. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right. That's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But it's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Makes the putt and moving in the right direction. 2 under par. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. 2 over for the day. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That will be a great look at birdie. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Birdie chance for Henrik Stenson. Now a 7-footer. -3 now for the round.
A cursory look at the scorecard, Rich, and well, it looks hard at 240 yards, but that elevation is going to chew off quite a bit of yardage off the scorecard. Really, it's a good chance for a birdie on this closing stretch. V-shaped green, as long as you're on the right section of the green, could have a chance for birdie. Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked. This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Superb shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You can see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way with a magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
Second shot. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
These putts keep the round together.
How did that not go in? Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. He has this for par. Did the job right there. We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss-hit your tee shot. But a good tee shot. Let's talk a bit positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway. Just going to leave you a short iron. And an excellent chance to finish with another birdie.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
The swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Solid play, heart of the green. Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
So finishes the day with a 74. Showing no signs of weakness. That's a good putt right there. Stays at 4 under. Frank, a lot to like in this performance today.
Oh, it is. There's so many positives to take out of this round. Not just the possibility to win this week, but going forward. This is great golf that you would hold up against anybody right now.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Frank, this game has taken us all over the world to some absolutely beautiful spots, and this is one of the prettiest I've seen in a long time, the cliffs at Lighthouse Point along the eastern coast of Maine.
It's always fun when we head up in the northeast area. Golf's been in this area for a long, long time. This golf course hasn't. Rather than new design by Brandt and Patel, and it's lengthy, 7,700 yards. You'll get to hit just about every club in the bag, so good test today.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Well, a bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Not too unhappy with that, Frank, at 17 feet.
No, from that distance, it's more than good.
Pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That is a cross-country putt right there.
Up and over the ridge. That's a seagull.
Martin Keimer eyeing this one for par.
Oh, another one goes in.
Now on the tee at the par 3 second, it's a long one. This will require a pure strike.
Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Second shot coming out of the rough here. That one is in the bunker.
Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. He has this for birdie. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course. Even par currently.
+1 in the early going. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean. That was a little over-ambitious.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit. Just too much juicy grass between the ball and the club face. It's always going to come up short out of that sort of light.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Well, here at the par 4 fourth, 411 yards, Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and maybe take a few pictures because the views are absolutely amazing.
And you also see why this golf course is called the Cliffs, that's for sure. Great vistas. This front nine completely lines the coast, so you're going to need to keep it fairly straight on this golf course. This hole in particular, though, the fairway is actually rather generous, so you do get a little bit of reprieve off the tee, and you really want to hit the fairway because that green is very tiny, Rich.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read, and missed out on that second part.
Yeah, that's a shot gone forever.
So a tester from 4 feet. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Clean this up with a tap. Putt drops, now at 1 over par. Fifth hole now at Lighthouse Point. Frank, it's a beefy par 4.
Another hole without any fairway bunkers off the tee, but really the main defense here at the Cliffs is the elements. Find the fairway, and you'll also be hitting to a green that is protected by a little bunker to the right side of that, and short. So precision, once again, required here.
Frank, straight uphill with this approach shot, what do you have to factor in terms of club selection and setup over the ball?
Well, you're going to have to take at least an extra club to make up for that added elevation. And also, it's tougher to get onto that front foot.
Didn't cover the flagstick on that one, but on the green, safely, with about 30 feet to go.
common thread here. Rough, rough, rough.
Wrong way again. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. This is a long birdie putt here. Requires good judgment of the speed and the line. Just try to lag it down there. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Getting set now over the putt. Steady, solid, and at 1 under par right now. They'll take it. That's a par. Par 3 6 is relatively short, 198 yards, Frank.
But this one, really, you've got to go airborne here. That bunker that protects the left side and front, you've got to carry that and get it to land soft so it doesn't skip through the back of this green.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. Frank, a little chip shot here from the fringe. Now, a lot of options. I've seen some players hit 6-iron, others will shut down like a sand wedge.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought. Some people just try and perfect like one club, but really the best chippers chip with a variety of clubs.
1 over for the day. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Par 4 7th here at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards. Frank, are you unhappy if you walk out of here with anything other than a birdie?
I think we'll see all sorts of different scores here, Rich. If you hit the fairway, then obviously you're definitely going to be looking at birdie. But you stray or hit the wrong club off the tee, that's really what this hole's about. It's about club selection. You could hit a multitude of clubs off this tee. Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Good roll, good putt.
Well, a bit unusual. A third par 3 now on this front side. We're at the 8th. It's 165 yards, Frank.
And this par 3 looks nothing like the previous two. Heads towards the edge of the cliff there. Long green, almost a figure 8 or an hourglass shape. Bunkers left and right. Going to have to be straight here.
Frank missed the green off the tee.
But this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
You'll need to be strong with this. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Still even par for the day. Lining this one up for par. Those keep the round going, those par putts. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs. And the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole, but of course everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good par, this is where the good player separates himself from the rest. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Playing his 3rd here at the par 5. From the rough, just a bit to the right, though.
The ball always starts where the club face is pointing. And this one, just right of the intended line.
Well, that's why on this golf course, Frank, there is a premium on hitting fairways.
You're exactly right. Might be also protecting against a fly, but that did anything other than fly.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. What a beautiful roll right there. Dead center. Martin Keimer trying to get out of here, surrendering only one shot. So with that, 1 over par. Frank, you think about the great designers, Pete Dye, Alistair McKenzie, and Christian Brand is certainly in that conversation. They like to play mind games with you, and you're playing with people's heads when you look at that number on the card versus the 10th hole.
Yeah, 10th hole, which is par 4, plays a lot longer than 11, but this is it's a very clever hole. It's called what we call a tweener. It's in between a 4 and a 5. So if you walk away with here with 5, you feel like you've lost something. Walk away with 4, you feel like you've gained something. So the great par 5s are often reachable. 11, that's one of them.
And this one's only 530 yards as a par 5, and remember 10 was a par 4 at 592. Early part of his back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Should be safely on deck.
$18-footer. Oh, do that. This is for his birdie. Oh, filling it up today. Beautiful putt. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
And setting up here in the rough. Headed for the bunker? Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. I think this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it, send it. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Routine stuff here, Frank, from the bunker?
You just got to be careful of that lip in front of him with his third shot coming up.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Settles in over the putt. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left to right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Headed for the bunker, I think. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Only thing that one was missing was the postage stamp, Frank.
Oh, look at that, airmailed that green. I mean, what a bad decision.
He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. This requires a lot of speed through the ball.
Makes it sneaky distance.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Martin Keimer, really smooth putting stroke. Won majors, won a players with a hot putter. He's ready. Well, well, well. What do we have here, partner? The par 5 13th, or is it a par 8? I can't tell.
It looks like a misprint, Rich. 702 yards, and not only that, too, they put the two fairway bunkers in a perfect place. Perfect place if they want to annoy your tee shot. It's going to take 310, 320 yards just to get past that. Then you've got a long, long way to go. And, of course, remember when you're on 10? This is the shared green. So 13 and 10, this is where they meet up again at the end of a long, long walk.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Craig, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Rory McIlroy playing his fourth shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Fourth shot, wants to get this close. Getting set now over the putt. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
How about 5 under par for the day? Just a tap in to finish the hole. Putt drops. Now at 1 over par. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right, and that's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But it's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
Looks like he just misread that. Here's Martin Keimer for par. That's costly right there.
Painful.
So a tester from 4 feet. Impressive. Once again, that's a par, remaining at 5 under. This to avoid a huge number. This is for bogey. The round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So, 1 over par for the round. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Time to make a move, the closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards. What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
And he's made it onto the green.
This is an awkward length.
Frank, I thought that was in. Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Trying to limit the damage here. This putt is for bogey. So, 2 over par for the round. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Well, too bad. He gives one back. 17th hole is another par 5, 613 yards. Frank, how do you play it?
Only the longest hitters can get here in 2. It's 2 big hits, that's for sure. S-shaped fairway. So if you can't reach the par 5 and 2, you can still plot your way down there for a nice little pitch, and really great opportunity to get one back off the scorecard.
We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap.
Second shot.
Beautiful, soft touch out of the bunker. That's Mickelson-esque. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Makes it and moves to 1 over. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, we've made it to the finishing hole. If you're having a good day, you stop and you reflect for just a moment. The beauty surrounding you, how well you've played. If it hasn't gone all that well, you're thinking about jumping on the Juniata Crossway Bridge off to the left and getting out of Dodge. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there. Well, it's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Pretty good shot right there. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Palmer's made a lot of these throughout his career, having won the U.S. Open in 2014, the Players as well. This is a par putt. He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. That's a good day's work right there. Round of 67. So they'll tap in. In for bogey, now sitting at 2 over for the round. Well said, partner. What a day it's been. From the cliffs at Lighthouse